In order to make more searchable images, I'm going to build a metadata template and apply it to already created images, and then another and apply it to images as I'm importing. So I'm going to start in the Essentials workspace, but I like to put all of my panels, metadata, keywords, and preview down here in one spot. This way I can drag hard right and get about 4 across is usually what I like, 4 or 6. And then once I get content 4 or 6 across, I can make preview wider and see more detail. This way I could click once on the RAW, once on the JPEG, or select them both with the Shift key to see a side-by-side comparison. I simply dragged the panel by its tab or name to create this docked group. In fact, I save a workspace under Window, Workspace, New Workspace, so I can get back to this layout whenever I'd like. With all of these images, if I look at the metadata, I can see, if I select only one, the date created and the date modified, the file size, the dimensions, width and height, that these are high-end shots. They are not 8-bit, but 16-bit, meaning it's capturing a lot more color and a lot more details. But there's really no metadata that's been custom added, and I happen to know the creator, so we are going to put his information in. So I will go to the Panel menu on the Metadata panel, and I will create a metadata template named Dan Brodnitz. I will copy his name, highlight and hit Command-C or Control-C, and I'll put Dan in as the creator. I don't know his title offhand, but I believe he's located in Berkeley and California and USA. And if I have his email address, I could put that in, but I'll just add the website, video2brain.com. As I scroll down, the other thing I want to do is put in a copyright status. Copyright literally means the right to copy. It begins at the moment you create the image. When I have shots taken of the family, I actually have to get permission from my family photographer to even be able to copy her electronic images to my hard drive. So if you just put a notice in saying it's copyrighted, or you put all rights reserved, people will need your permission in order to use these images. With the assets provided through this workshop, you're allowed to use these for personal use, but not for commercial use. Anyone can attach a copyright notice, so maybe we'll put 2012 as the year we're saying we've protected or copyrighted these images so we don't see one of Dan's gorgeous shots in a travel ad or brochure for someone making money and they haven't paid him for the license to use it. So basically, your metadata of the copyright informs anyone looking at this file, this is my work, if you want to use it, you need to ask my permission. And the copyright notice lists the year it was first published. Now, you don't have to register with the patent office or register your copyright. All you need is a text-based notice to inform people that they can't just steal or use your images for their own purposes. So when I hit Save, now I can select all, Command-A or Control-A, and choose Append Metadata. Append will add it to the end of any existing metadata. So if they've put in a description or keywords, that will not be replaced. If I added my own description or keywords, it would be added to the end. That's how I always remember what append does. Append adds to the end. Replace metadata, if I had a different web address or a different creator, would wipe out whatever I'd already entered and replace it with exactly what I built into Dan's metadata template. I'm just going to append. And I might even want to create one for the location where I was when these were taken. In fact, I'm going to build one for myself, and I'll import images from my iPhone. So I will create metadata template, and I will name this Scarlet. I will check everything on, and I will be the creator. I'm hitting Tab to jump down and typing my information. And then finally, I will put Scarlet in her first year. And I will make keywords. Anything that I think I might search for. So now, once I have this information added, I've got my copyright notice there as well. I might want to put my name. I'll click Save and I'll choose File, Get Photos from Camera. And I'll say, no, I don't want the photo downloader to launch whenever I plug in a camera or card reader, because I may just be syncing my iPhone that day with iTunes. I may not be pulling in images. So I'll say, don't ask me again. I'll choose when to launch the importer. It brings up the standard dialog, and I'm going to click the advanced dialog, and I will uncheck all the images and check a few just of Scarlet, the baby girl. So once I find those few, I can attach the template as these images are coming in. So here I could choose exactly where they go. I'll go to the desktop. You could click desktop on the left, or as a Mac user, I hit Command D. I'll go into my folder, and I'll make a new folder called Scarlet. I love that it lets me choose exactly where these files should be going. I'll hit Open. I won't create any subfolders. I don't want to divide these into dated folders. And I will give these a custom name, something that is useful to me. Finally, instead of basic metadata where I could copyright it myself and make myself the creator, I could choose one of the templates that I've built, and everything I put in that template is automatically added. So I could just hit Return or Enter to import the photos, or click the bit of the blue button I could see down here, and I've chosen to import 6 images. And when those 6 come in, I can click on an individual one and see all the metadata that I have attached. So hopefully you'll go out and build some metadata templates of your own, and as you import or copy any new images, attach metadata so that you can search for it later. Good luck with image organization. It is a lofty goal, but if you start with good habits, you'll be thankful to yourself later for building those good habits when that image you really need is more easily searchable, so you don't have to hunt through thousands and thousands of images manually.